Hello everybody, welcome back to Bag Only. This is my inventory-only Ultimate Iron Man here on Oldschool Runescape, where I'm not using any kind of storage, so no storage containers, no storage interfaces or mediums, no death piling on purpose, no looting bag, no rune pouch or any other containers, nothing like that. Just keeping our stuff either equipped or in our inventory, or potentially temporarily dropping it and leaving it at risk of despawning or being picked up by other players. In the last episode, what we did is we did some combat achievements. We completed the whole easy combat achievement diary and most of the medium, except for the 4 very simple Dagonoth Kings achievements. We also got our dragon boots, did a whole bunch of Slayer, and we also got ourselves a fire cape, which is really cool. We left ourselves off slightly below 85 Slayer. I think we're about 2k away. We're very, very close to getting an Abyssal Whip. What I have decided to do, however, is spend a whole bunch of time before we get back into slaying, just doing a little bit of skilling on the account. Now, I'm not going to send every skill to its Elite Diary level now, because that would be insane. But for the skills specifically that give us really good unlocks for the account, or will be substantially harder later down the line when we have a few pieces of armor and weapon switches in our invent, I want to get those out of the way first, because we do want to progress towards Elite Diaries eventually. They have great unlocks, for example the Karamja Gloves 4, as well as each Elite Diary giving you 50k as a lamp, which we can put into Herblore, which is our toughest skill to currently train. So what I'm going to do throughout this episode is take a look through every skill in the game and what levels you need to get to complete every Elite Diary, and then we're going to decide which of these we want to go for now, which of these will be much harder later down the line, and then just kind of do a whole bunch of skilling really, just to bring our account up to kind of end game levels, potentially get ourselves some really powerful unlocks along the way, for example the Amulet of Fury. Now we've unlocked the Inner Moral Wreck Ring. Then with all our skills kind of where we want them for a while, we'll head back into Slayer, we'll grab our whip, with our Dragon Boots and Fire Cape unlocks from last episode, we'll be hitting super hard on task. But for now, we do have a lot of skills that I do want to work on in this episode that might be harder later down the line when we have less invent space. So guys, in that intro there, we just got ourselves 85 Runecraft and an 85 Thieving, which unlocks elves. Did that at Pyramid Plunder, didn't pull the scepter, kinda sad, but that did allow us to do a Western Elite Diary task to thieve from an elf, and also if we do respawn in Prif with nothing, we can technically rob from elves if we do need money to rebuild and get back to our body. Also got ourselves 75 Herblore there because we were close from last episode. Now we're just making a quick barrel of Chef's Delight here at the brewery, so we can put this in our POH, which gives you unlimited Chef's Delight beers. Then we can go inside our house and get a +5 cooking boost if we need it for any future diaries. I just thought it was worth doing because the hops from the quest is still in the ground, so it didn't take long to make this. Hello everybody, here we are at Blood Runes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of go and do a little bit of skilling now, just while I can, starting off with around 50 hours more of Blood Runes. Now what this should get us if we do about 50 hours is around level 88 rune crafting, which is nice, but it's not the primary reason we're doing this. What we'll also get is at least 1 mining level throughout that, and we'll also get this crafting level as well to 85. We'll get ourselves the 85 so we can +5 and make a Fury. So while we're actually making the money here for the Onyx, we'll also be getting the crafting level in order to stew boost up to 90 and make it, and then in the meantime trying my best to leave and do birdhouses, because we want seeds out of these birdhouses still to get ourselves this 85 farming, so we can also do a stew boost to 90 in that skill and plant this redwood seed for the Elite Diary and all that farming XP. There's a bunch of other things I'd like to buy on this account as well. For example, we already have the 84 construction from a few episodes back to stew boost up with a +8 and make basically the maxed house. The Portal Nexus 3, which holds 30 teleports instead of its current 8, and then of course there's the Marble Lectern to make teletabs and Bones to Peaches tablets, and then of course the Occult Altar. We still need to pull that stupid scepter from Pyramid Plunder. Maybe we'll get that eventually, but we need a mill to make that as well. It's going to make it really nice to swap to bursting and back from our house instead of running to the Desert Treasure Pyramid. I've also thought that I probably want around 81 fletching as well, and to get 6 levels, the quickest and easiest way is just to make broad arrows. With 81, of course, we'll surpass the level to make magic shortbows at 80 that I've been talking about for weeks and weeks, but with 81 we can also then make rune darts, which we can already smith. That also means we only need to use a +4 pi boost as well to get from 81 to the 85 we need for a Western Elite Diary step. We are closing in on Western Elite, we only need 5 things more, so that'll be really cool to cross one of those off as well. So those are some goals basically. I want to chill here till we have around 12 mil so we can buy ourselves the Fury. We can get some crafting XP from doing this, so we hit the level to be able to stew up and make the Fury, and then we'll also make some player-owned house upgrades with the cash to buy things like magic stones and gold leaves. Then we'll also spend some money on broad arrows to send 6 fletching levels, but yeah, gonna kind of just do a long bout of skilling, I guess, so I hope I can somehow make this interesting. Hey everybody, here we are in Lumbridge, just about to check a tree and get ourselves 84 farming, which means we now need 1 level just to stew boost and plant this redwood seed and free up an invent space. Hey everybody, it's day 2 from our Blood Rune adventure, and we've got 86 runecraft. Nothing with that level, but you get soul Soul Runes at 90, which I believe is the next thing, and Wrath Runes at 95. And also at 91, there's a task for Karamja Elite to unlock double Nature Runes. Hey everybody, here we are on Fossil Island, and with this birdhouse here, that's 80 Hunter, finally, on the account. We've been working towards this for ages. That's Herbivore unlocked. Not only that, when we do other Hunter, we can have up to 5 traps at once, which is cool. And we can also catch Crystal Implings if we have a net and a jar with us. Can't do those bare hand for quite a while more. But yeah, really big Hunter level there. Hey guys, it's Eclipse, so you know what this means. It's going to be 87 rune crafting. And there we go, 78 mining on the account, so slightly closer to the 85 we need for rune ore and Tombs of Damascus. That's really nice. Hey guys, another day, another runecraft level. Here is 88 runecraft. That's now 9 air runes per essence, 2 more levels for soul runes, and we've got ourselves over 9 mil. Hey everybody, here we are back at the Blood Runes. Another important milestone coming in. We're coming to the end of this grind here. This is day 6, but we're very, very closely approaching our goal, or one of our goals for why we're doing this, which is 85 crafting, which is really, really cool. So we might turn on vampires when we go back to Slayer for a chance of the Blood Shard to make the Blood Fury, since we'll already have the Fury. We can also now +4 boost and make our Zenite Ring for our Suffering without using a stew. We can use a Mushroom Pie instead for just a +4, so that'll save us a lot of trouble down the line. Here we are at the Ranging Guild. Now this place actually sells 1,000 arrow shafts. What I've decided is I'm going to try and do as much of this fleshing as possible while doing the rest of our blood runes, just because there's a little bit of time where you're running around Korend from the rocks to the altar that we could use as fletching time, and then as we kind of approach our goal of 12 mil cash, by the end, hopefully we'll have some or all of these headless arrows done. Then we'll head to a Slayer shop, do a bunch more world hopping, and then we'll be able to buy the arrow tips as well that we need. Obviously, it's a lot easier to buy feathers, because you can buy feathers in packs of 100, and there's 150 packs per world, whereas arrow shafts, there's only 1,000 in stock per world, no packs, and there's only one shop in the game that sells them, I think. Oh yeah, also for those interested, it cost me about 500k for this many shafts and feathers. Not too bad, really, for 80k fletching XP, and this will be 76 fletching, which is cool. The level 2 fletch amethyst broad bolts. Of course, we have the crafting level to craft those and the fletching level to make them. We just don't have the 92 mining. Hello everybody, welcome back. So there's our 81,627 headless arrows. Now we need to add that same amount of broad arrow heads to get ourselves 81 fletching, which is obviously our current goal. Okay guys, so I spent about 10 hours at the same time as doing blood runes, just doing this fletching here. Got ourselves 6 levels from 75 through to 81 fletching, but we can also now make MSBs from scratch, of course the materials for which are available in Prif, so that's really convenient. And we can also make rune darts as well from scratch now, which we also have the smithing level to make, so we can do a Varrock Elite step with that as well. One day in the future we will need 90 fletching to +5 boost for Desert Elite, but that's not really something I'm considering right now, because fletching's so easy to do. You just need cash and 3 empty inventory spaces. We started this at 3.4 mil at level 85 runecraft, so we've gained about 1.4 mil runecraft XP here, around 12 mil in coins, a crafting level and a mining level. So really, really good stuff. Must have been about 60 or 70 hours of AFK this, pretty much a full week solidly of doing this. Like I say, if we get one more runecrafting level, which I'm sure we will do in the future, because this is still our best money maker, then we will unlock soul runes here, which is the same method, we just take a right instead of a left after we mine our essence. Okay guys, couple of quick ones here. Just spent a little bit of our blood rune money. What we can do is now make the marble lectern with no boost because we're past 77, and basically it lets us make every magic tablet on the standard spellbook, so every enchant tab, all the teleport tabs, and also bones to peaches and bones to bananas, which maybe we'll use at God Wars or something one day. I just want to make 2 more upgrades to the pet house real quick. We have the mahogany one currently. This holds 7 pets, but I'm going to upgrade to this one that holds 9 pets, and then I'm going to upgrade to this one that holds 12 pets, just because when we do come back here and upgrade our Nexus to the Nexus 3, we'll be stew boosting up to 92 construction, and with that we'll also potentially be able to make the top tier pet house, but in order to upgrade the nature house you have to have the second best one. So now we've made up to the desecrated house, which holds 12 pets, and then this top one holds all the pets in the game. Once our redwood tree is ready and our 85 farming is ready to stew for this, we'll come back here with a stew for construction, and then we'll attempt to make this at the same time as our Nexus. Hey guys, another one real quick. This is a diary task for Varrock Elite. We need to plank make 20 mahogany planks inside the lumberyard here. The reason I'm doing this now is because this requires at least 23 invent spaces without a rune pouch, so we literally only just have the space to do this. Now we've dropped all our tools that we were using for blood rune crafting, but there we go, just a random elite task for Varrock, just because we need to do this now while we have the invent space. Hey everybody, here we are in Varrock for another Varrock Elite Diary task. Now we have 81 fletching. It's just been to Blast Mine and used our daily 40 dynamite to get a rune bar. And there we go. Varrock Elite task to make rune darts from scratch in Varrock. And if we take a look at our Varrock diary, we're just missing two things now. Summer pie from scratch, so 90 plus 5 cooking, and create a super combat in the Varrock bank, which is really hard, because it'll be 85 herblore, so I have no idea when we'll get this diary. One of the ones I do want to work towards coming up very soon is this Mauritania one. Obviously, once we complete the medium diary, we'll be going to Barrows until we get a complete Barrows set for this task. Next Slayer level, we'll be getting Abyssal Demons unlocked for our whip, so we'll be getting this task. And then we can already cremate a shade on magic log, so we can do this task at any point. The only real difficult one outside of a full Barrow set is 91 plus 5 fishing, which I've been kind of considering going for now, because we have invent space spare. And if we do go for 91, then that means we'll surpass the 87 we also need for sacred eels anyway, so I'm kind of tossing up the idea for that one. Hey guys, here we are at Barbarian Fishing next. I just want to test this method to see what the XP an hour is like now that we're level 83. Of course we could go to Temperos and actually earn some rewards and do it in a more kind of engaging way fighting a boss, but I think the XP at Barb Fishing is still quite good, and we also get a token amount of agility and strength XP, both of which we do want to train up further, so I think it's a relatively good method to train fishing. If we do go for 91, it's probably like 60 hours. But that's pretty much what we've just done in terms of blood runes over the last full week. We do, of course, want to get 85 agility for diaries at some point, so if we do all this to 91, we might get an agility level on the way. So if that is the case, that'll save us like 2-3 hours of agility, so I guess we can count that as free leveling. But anyway, there's 94 strength coming in, because we were so close when we finished off Slayer the other episode. Hey everybody, there we go, 85 fishing. We can now catch dark crabs in the wilderness, which we'll never be doing. Hey everybody, there it is! 87 fishing on the account, which is the level for Sacred Eels in Zolandra. So you can actually fish up some Zulver scales, which is crazy good. Just 4 more levels till 91, and then we have the level for all diaries, so we can barehand that shark for Mauritania. Hey everybody, here we are, Barb Fishing. Got our free agility level from doing this, so we're now 81 agility, which is really cool, because eventually we do need 85 so we can plus 5 boost to 90 and complete all Elite Diaries for the RD Elite. So we've just got ourselves 1 free level while doing our fishing, which is cool. Only like an hour and a bit away from 88 as well, so that's really nice. Then we'll only have 3 full levels left of fishing to do, and then maybe we'll look into doing some actual agility or maybe some mining or something. Friends, Romans, countrymen, hello, welcome back. It's a new day, and it's also the day we get our 85 farming that we've been going for about 2 or 3 episodes now while we've had this redwood seed in our invent. I was really lucky to get a crystal acorn last night while doing a birdhouse run running from our Prif teleport crystal to our house, so that's 13,000 XP real quick. But there it is, 85 farming, the Farming Guild high tier. We can now grow Torstals with no boost, grow Celastrus trees with no boost, and also take on high tier Farming Guild contracts, which is kind of interesting. If we could be blessed with good luck today, I'd like to get all these stews done today, ideally. Just because of the last time we did stews, we had some of the worst luck ever seen on Oldschool Runescape. What was it, 27 stews or something to get a +4? But yeah, we do have 3 different things to stew for today. Like I say, we're going to go for our construction. I'll stew this up to 92, which is obviously a +5 and a +8 from the Crystal Saw at the same time to make the Portal Nexus 3. And then as well, we'll get ourselves the Onyx and then stew up for a Fury at 90 crafting. And then with 85 farming, we'll stew up. We'll put the Redwood seed in a plant pot and water it and then log off, so we don't lose our +5 boost and need to do a second stew once the sapling has grown from a seed. And then I do actually have a dragon fruit tree fully grown next to it, which you need to protect the redwood. Then once the redwood tree's grown, that'll be a Korend Elite step, which is really, really cool, because we're working towards Korend Elite. So here we are, the iconic potato shop. Let's grab ourselves some stew. Right guys, we've nailed the boost with 30 seconds left. That's really, really good. We got it on our 11th one, so bang on drop rate, really, really awesome. So now I'm just going to real quick run over here, log off, and then wait for this tree to grow. And the redwood is in the ground. Lovely stuff. Hopefully we get 6 dragon fruits from this tree. I think you do. There we go. So now we've stewed up, it's in the ground, and it's guaranteed to grow. But that is going to be one of our elite achievements, like I've been saying for the Korend and Kabos Diary. This one here. Oh no, sorry, not this one here. Wait. Wait a minute, did we... The diary is to chop some redwood logs, which we could do in the other guild. And then the diary is to grow a Celastrus tree, which we already did. Dude, I'm so dumb. Anyway, that's fine because, you know, a redwood tree here is a really, really cool thing to have. And like I say, it is a ton of farming XP, so it's not really wasted time. But for now, it's back to the spices. This guy's also doing orange, so good luck to him. I'll see you guys in a bit. So there we go. That looks to be a +5. So there we go. The crystalline nexus, and then really quick, also the top tier nature pet house. So that's now future-proofed forever. That's the top-tier pet house done in the POH. That's the top-tier lectern with all the standard magic tabs in the house. We've also got the top-tier gilded altar, and now we also have the top-tier portal nexus. All we're really missing in terms of functionality, as well as our top-tier ornate jewelry box here, is of course the spellbook altars, because, you know, we're still missing the pyramid plunder scepter, which is definitely on our list. And then the other thing we still need is the mounted Xerix talisman, but like I say, we need 5,000 lizardman fangs in order to make this thing. So that's on the table one day. I don't know when we're going to get around to doing this or what the method's going to be, but there we go. The Nexus 3 here, this has space for 30 teleports. We've got 22 more spaces now, so if we just discount all the wilderness ones that we're never going to want to go to, that we just won't put in the Nexus, chances are we can put every other teleport in this one teleport thing. And then of course for the altar space for our spellbook altar, we could make some of these other ones now, the dark or the lunar altar, but there's just no point because those two are quite easy to get to. We're just missing the pharaoh scepter to be able to make the ancient one, but yeah, the house is almost maxed, which is really, really good. Really excited to have all that done. I think the next thing on the cards now is to go have a look at getting our fury done, because we've already got the stuff together for orange spices once again. So I think I'll have a look on the wiki. I think the Wizards Guild is competitive for buying chaos runes. I'll go grab our Karamja gloves, and then we'll have a look at buying this onyx, nailing one more +5 orange stew boost for today, and then we'll try and make this Amulet of Fury, and then we'll just go back to fishing and finish off these last 3 levels for Mauritania Elite. Okay guys, here we are at the Wizards Guild next. We need just shy of 29,000 Chaos Runes, so I'll just use Quick Hopper, we'll hop through, we'll buy 29k Chaos Runes. Seems like there's 3,500 available per world, and then hopefully we have some cash left, because you always want a little bit of money obviously just for like teleport runes and miscellaneous costs like transport, taking boats and whatever. Right guys, here we are at the rune store. Apparently they buy these for 9 Tokkool a piece, but if we sell 50, oh it's still 9. What if we sell a few hundred? Still 9. Okay, cool. So we can just probably spam click these then and just sell all of them. That's really, really good. I was hoping that we could actually sell all these on one world instead of having to sell like 50 and hopping 1,000 times. It's really, really quick, again, with the shift click sell 50, because you can just hold shift and spam click these. There we go, that's all those sold, so that's 261,000 Tokkool in the pocket. Of course, did that with the Karamja gloves on to make sure we got the extra bonus from the diary. Of course, this is the method we'll also be doing whenever we go back to Demonic Gorillas and pull our first Zenite shard. Then we'll come grab another onyx in this same way with 3 mil cash, because it's so quick to get, and then we can get ourselves a suffering. But for now, 1 uncut onyx, please. There it is, guys. Uncut onyx on the account. That's such a cool, iconic item, honestly. Okay guys, here we are. Got some stew, got an onyx, a gold bar, an amulet mold, and we're at a furnace. Let's see if we can nail this on the first one. I think we just did. Holy sugar. Dude. I was joking, but there we go. That's never happened before. I definitely over-prepared, but you know, it's only fair because of our past luck. But there we go, a unstrung onyx amulet U. And then we can onyx enchant, level 6 enchant, click on this bad boy. And there it is, guys. The Amulet of Fury obtained on the account. That's actually unbelievable. As you can see, it's same stats as the Glory, except 2 more prayer, 2 more strength, and 12 more in every defense. So it's much more tanky, retains the same bonuses to accuracy in every style of +10. It's just got more prayer, more strength, and more defense. Amulet of Fury on the account, and of course we do have the Slayer level to kill via Watch Sentinels if needs be. So it may be that one day we turn those back on and we just AFK those tasks when they do come up for the off chance of getting the Blood Shard, which we can clip onto this Fury with no crafting level requirement and give it a kind of lifesteal effect, so that might be really cool in future. So that's, I think, all our stews done. We did our redwood, we did our fury, we did our nexus and our pet house, so we can ditch all these stews and these spices for now. Next on the agenda, like I mentioned earlier, is just heading back and finishing off these last 3 fishing levels to get 91. Then we can +5 boost, which won't need a stew because we can make an Admiral's Pie relatively easily with our cooking level. We can get this +5 boost, go to Mauritania and barehand fish a shark, and then we'll be actually quite close to completing Mauritania Elite. We'll just need to get this 2k Slayer XP and be able to kill an Abyssal Demon, which won't take us too long at all because we can do that off task, and then we just need to do a Shade Remain with a magic log, which we now have the fire making level to do also. So all we'll have have left, pretty much, once we go get this fishing level, is to loot the Barrows chest while wearing any full Barrows set, which we'll do after 87 Slayer for nice efficient Barrows, and with a Trident, we'll just do Barrows till we get any full set. Hey everybody, there we go, 89 fishing coming in, 2 more levels left, which I believe is approximately 1 mil XP, something like that. Morning everybody, it's the most blessed time of the week once again. It's the Cave of Free Herblore Juice, so that's 195 tiers, not the best, not the worst. Should give us probably 12-13k in our Herblore, as it does every week. There we go, 12.8k, putting us only 90k away now from 76, which is magic potions, which is real good. Slowly catching up with prayer though. If we do one more week of Tears of Guthix, we will need to start training up our prayer, so it stays above our Herblore, but that's not too bad, because we are going back to Slayer after our little bout of skilling here, so we should be earning XP from Insult Heads and the Bone Crusher and things like that. Anyway, back to fishing. We've got 200k till 90, so I'm going to get straight back into it. See you guys in a bit. There we go, 90 fishing on the account. We can catch Chiron fish with this, which is just one of the fish in Chambers of Xeric if we ever get there, so that's cool. And that's 1954 total level now, but it is really nice getting the passive agility XP here. We are now only 135k away from 82, bearing in mind we also got 81 while doing this fishing grind, so that's really good. Hey everybody, here we are. 1 week of runecrafting and 1 week of fishing, pretty much solidly every day. So there we go, 91 fishing. Fishing is now complete effectively, and all the fish in the game are also unlocked. Kind of enjoyed this one, it's very, very chill, allowed me to do other things at the same time. Didn't really take too long, all things considered. Like I say, 7 days of fishing. Here are the diaries currently for those interested. A couple of them very close to the elite level, but some, like the desert, are going to take months and months to do. So yeah, going to decide what we're doing next with skilling and then get into that. Hey everybody, here we are over at the Prif course. Just done a cheeky hour and a half of agility to get this last third of this level 82 here. Just done ourselves 63 quick laps of the Prif course, putting us at 249 total laps, and that'll be 82 agility coming in, which is kind of a neat level. Gives us a shortcut, but it also gives us floor 4 of Sepulchre, which hopefully is more XP an hour than this. This is like 58k an hour paying attention doing the Prif course, but we do want 85 agility at some stage, like I say, just to +5 and do all diaries. And also once we pass 84 agility, our run energy will start recharging ever so slightly quicker, so we'll pass another one of those milestones as well. So I think maybe we'll go do 3 agility levels next, just in our search for diary skills. So we'll probably go try some Sepulchre tomorrow and see if it's any good. Right guys, here we are, ready to try Sepulchre. Can't really remember what we need, because it's been quite a long time since we've done this. A couple of months, I think. And of course, also, we don't have any of the items, because we dropped them at the end of our last agility session. As you can see, we don't have a gravestone or anything currently. And if we just bank pin on this dude, obviously he doesn't have any of the stuff. So if we are here a little while, which I think we will be, I think it's about 150 full completions up to floor 4, including floor 4. I don't know if we'll be looting coffins, but I brought the lockpick just in case, because thinking about it, pulling a Barrows lockpick from here will be helpful down the line. But yeah, just going to go see what the hourly rate is like now. We're 82 agility here, see if we can pull these 3 levels for 85, just so we get the levels for all diaries. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. See you later. Hey you guys, here we are, still doing some agility. It's kind of good this, like I said the last time we did this, you do get some nice prayer potions. We are going to have to incrementally leave and turn the Ranors that we get from here into prayer pots, and then also decant the prayer pots that we're getting as loot from the chests down into 1 doses. It's really good because we'll just be building up a little bit of a stockpile for when we do get straight back into Slayer after our skilling grind here. We'll have a few prayer potions to use on tasks and stuff to speed them up, so that'll be really good. Also pulling some nice runes, some addy bolts potentially for diamond bolts and things, and then also some med clues. So really, really nice method, this one. I had hoped the XP to be more than 60k an hour, but at the minute we're getting like 53. So, you know, we could get like 56 or so at Prif for a lot less work. But at least we're getting loot here in the meantime, which is cool. One thing I do want to pull, like I mentioned at the very start, is a Barrows lockpick, or a strange old lockpick, or whatever it's called. Just because we are going to Barrows in a little bit to get a top and a bottom tank piece for our DK's trip as soon as we get ourselves our whip and our trident. Again, the current goal is to get ourselves 85 agility, so we can +5 boost with a summer pie or a stew, ideally a summer pie, just to do a lap of the Ardy course so we can do the Ardy Elite Diary step, and then also in getting 85 agility, we'll also pass the level for a Western Elite step to do a level 85 agility shortcut with no boost, just for Western Elite Diary. So that's why we're doing agility at the minute, and in the meantime we're pulling some nice loot, stacking up some prayer pots, and potentially a couple of clues if we can be bothered to do those. Hey, there we go guys, a strange old lockpick full from this floor here. That's really good. We'll hang on to that and take it to Barrows with us. Should help us get through some doors and do some clears a little bit quicker. Hey everybody, I got 83 agility at some stage apparently. Yeah, there it is in chat. 5 minutes ago. I might have to get a few more levels though, because it's quite hard to find anything that drops summer pies with our current kind of gear and stats. They drop off like high level bosses like Cerberus and Musper. So I don't really know if we're going to actually be able to get summer pies anywhere, and stewing for an agility course diary is going to be awful. So it may be that we have to get 2 more agility levels so we can do this with a potion instead of a pie. Not really sure, but for now I'll just keep trucking away and we'll decide once we hit 85. Hey RuneScape chums, quick medium casket. Let's see if we can pull any ranger boots or anything exciting. Oh my god! Dude, what? Dude, I was joking. That's a medium clue from doing agility. That's medium clue number 30. And we've had rangers and manacles and wizard boots. Dude, what? Rangers, manacles, wizard boots, 30 mediums. Oh my god. I didn't expect to pull these. That's 35 mil worth. Dude, that's crazy. I mean, obviously they'll be now a permanent inventory space in the invent, so I guess they'll be living up here. I guess technically it's not that bad to drop and remove our dragon boots because they're like a 1 in 128 to get back. But yeah, rangers, that's insane. The plan was to go to Drake's and get the boots of brimstone, which are like a hybrid range and mage boots. But now owning rangers, there's not really as much point doing that, so that's kind of insane. Wow, okay. Also, you know, honorary shout out to the white headband. Anyway, we're currently looking at about 2 hours more of Hallowed Sepulchre to get to 85. Obviously, getting to a flat 90 agility with no boost would be very helpful later once we have completed RD Elite, because that will make the RD course the absolute best place in the game to receive Marks of Grace for stamina potions. Especially with that diary complete, you do get extra Marks of Grace per lap. Anyway, yeah, that's Ranger Boots in the bag, another insane PVM upgrade. I did not expect to pull that. I was honestly hesitant to even bother recording the clue, but there you go, wow. Hey guys, here it is, the very end of our journey to 85 agility, which will unlock a shortcut we can do for the Western Elite Diary, which is cool. There's 85 anyway. I guess I'll just get to 87 then, so I'll see you guys in a couple of days once we've done about 12 more hours of agility, and then we can just potion boost up to 90 and complete the RD course. Hey everybody, got ourselves an easy and a medium clue casket here from the Sepulchre. Let's see if we get anything nice. 7k value, and a very fashionable boater hat. Got a couple of boaters now, got another one that I didn't bother recording because it wasn't very interesting, but there you go, 2 clues. We're now about 6 hours away from our goal of 87 agility. Like I say, we'll come back in future to get 90, a bit down the tracks, but not right now. Hey everybody, here we are in the Sepulchre, and this may just be the very last floor we're doing for a very long time. Very nearly got 4 million agility XP on the account, which is really, really good, and that should give us 87 agility, so we can now +3 boost and get to the level 90 course in RD, which is one of the steps for RD Elite, which is really, really good, and that's where we'll be calling agility here for a while. There's nothing stored on the guy. I only bought the grapple this time. I didn't bother with the ring. You don't really need it, to be honest. What I just want to do before we leave here though is take a look at our collection log for Hallowed Sepulchre real quick, just see what we've already bought and what we're currently missing and what we can afford. We got ourselves 8 strange full lockpicks doing this, which are the Barrows lockpicks. I alked 7 of those because they're about 20k each in alks, and we kept 1 because we will be going to Barrows in future. Got ourselves 1500 Hallowed marks we can cash out on now, so let's just see what things we can buy. 1 die, 1 hammer and 1 token. That'll be 3 collection log slots. As you can see, you can't sell any of these back, so we'll just be dropping them, I guess. So let's just really quickly cash out completely. We've got ourselves 11 bags. Let's get out of here and see what we get from 11 sacks. We went from 80 to about 81.5 by doing our fishing at Barb Fishing with the bonus strength and agility experience. Then I did the last half of level 82 at the Prif course, and then with 82 I came back to the Sepulchre for 5 levels to 87. And let's just see what we pull. Oh wow, you get quite a few rolls from all these. Whoops. Drank a prayer dose there from spam clicking. Wow, it's a good job I brought alks with me. That's a lot of stuff on the floor. So let's just grab all these super fast. So from all those sacks, we got 841,000 GP worth of items, a couple of alkables. We got 10 Ranar seeds, which is just ridiculous. Of course, that'll probably equate to something like 80 prayer pots there in seeds, which is always nice. We have gathered ourselves 541 doses of prayer and 64 doses of Sandfuse serum during this agility grind, so that's really good as well. Right, here we are with some Toadflax agility potions to boost us to 90 agility so we can do a cheeky lap of the Ardy course, which is what this, 5 days of agility or whatever's been leading up to. Just going to knock out one lap of this for the diary, and like I say, we might be back to do more agility later down the line, get base level 90, just so we can come do this course with no boost. We'll get so many marks of grace here per hour, it'll be far and away the best place to come to get stamina potions. So with this lap complete, there should only be 2 things left for the Elite Ardy diary, I believe. Enchanting ourselves a Salve Ami. I think the other thing is get 1 more cooking level so we can plus 5 boost and cook a manta ray from the fishing trawler. We already have the fishing level, so it's literally just those 2 things. Of course, Elite Diaries are always going to lead into being able to get lamps for our herb lore, which is awesome. Right guys, here we are with the death of this here Drake. We should finally be 85 Slayer on the account, but of course because we're in combat it just skips the pop-up, but there we go. That's the level for Abbey Demons, Abyssal Sire, and of course all their drops, including the Abyssal Whip. I don't think Sire's a very good boss, and I don't think the Bludgeon is really worth getting these days, honestly. I feel like it's an item you can skip. Now we just need 2 more levels to get our Trident, basically, so we can continue with our PVMing, so we'll have some decent gear in all 3 styles. But yeah, 85 Slayer unlocked, really exciting. Can't wait to go get a really good melee weapon. So I finished our Drake task once we hit 85 Slayer and was assigned Tazar next, so I didn't bother going to pick up a whip because it would be a task that we just range and save spot over the vents in the Tazar city. Killed 102 Tazars and I got incredible luck. In that time I received an Obsidian plate body, which is 1 in 2,000, as well as an Obby maul and an Obby cape all in one task, which was insane. I've now killed 76 of these Tazars and I've got a cape, a body and a maul. What is going on? I really need to get to raids or something soon while my luck is this crazy good, but there you go. After that I headed straight back into Pyramid Plunder. At this point in the account we'd done maybe somewhere in the realm of 12 to 14 hours of Pyramid Plunder if you count all the times we've just been and sent it. Of course we've been a number of times to the Pyramid now on and off Scarabus Slayer tasks, just to try and pull the Pharaoh's Scepter to make the upgrade in our house, and we also have the construction level for it without a boost and the money to actually make the altar, so I thought it was finally about time to fully just commit and send this Pharaoh's Scepter, no matter how long it would take us. Hey guys, there we go, a thieving level from our little grind here for the Scepter. 86 thieving. We don't unlock anything till 90 when we unlock Tazars, then 91 for the last room of plunder. We're probably on about 17 hours maybe total of Pyramid Plunder so far on the account, so we're still dry, but I'm sure we'll get it eventually. Morning everybody, here we are back on RuneScape. Yesterday we did 1,081 chests and 638 sarcophagi, and that gave us a 69.9% chance of seeing at least 1 scepter just from the plunder we did yesterday, and that's a little less than half the total plunder we've done on this game. So we're probably due to see around 1.5 scepters at this stage, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'm just going to get straight back into it. As soon as I pull this thing you guys will know, and then we can continue with the account, because right now we have an Anku task for Slayer. Probably would like to burst it, but I really just need to put my foot down and stop just going to the pyramid every burst task and just get this out the way, just for account efficiency, and then we can add 1 more upgrade to our player-owned house and get back to slaying. Hey guys, here we are still in the plunder. We just got ourselves 95 strength from opening sarcophaguses. So fairly decent melee stats still. It's nice to get strength up now because obviously as soon as we get our whip, which we can go do whenever we get back to melee combat, there won't be a strength training option, so it'll be kind of hard to get strength levels. There's only controlled, which is shared XP. Oh dude, there it is! Pharaoh's Scepter, just jumped back on. It's a brand new day. I've only done 13 minutes of it. We've searched 1,331 chests and 790 sarcophagi, which gives us a 77% chance of receiving at least 1 scepter, and we actually pulled 1, so that's really cool. Prior to these numbers, we did about 12 or 13 hours of plunder before, so that's really awesome. We're actually fully set now. We have the construction level and the scepter to be able to go and make ourselves the spellbook switching altar in our POH. But here here we go, the Ancient Altar in the POH. It actually looks really cool. I'm a big fan of this model. If we click on this bad boy, we can swap straight to Ancient Magics an unlimited amount of times per day, and if we click it again, we can swap back to regular Magics. So that's really, really good. What we can also do, like I say, with just a simple T-boost and a Crystal Saw, is actually upgrade this thing into the full one, but as you can see, this needs 5,000 Blood Runes, 5,000 Soul Runes, and 10,000 Astral Runes, as well as the 2 Signets, which are just free. You just pick them up from quest people, so that's like 10 mil right there. And then Astral Runes, I'm fairly sure you can only buy like 200 a world or something crazy, so it'll take us so long to hop and get 10k Astrals. So we're probably going to leave this for a bit. Like I said, we only really needed the Ancient spells, so yeah, the house is looking absolutely amazing. Ready to go do some Slayer finally, with the ability to swap onto Ancients and off Ancients without going all the way down to that stupid pyramid. Right guys, with our Ancient Altar built, let's get some payoff to those skill grinds we did a little earlier. So I'm here in Taranen, made ourselves a mushroom pie. I've been to the Soliceps on Fossil Island till we got a mushroom cap. I'm just gonna real quickly oh, that's the crafting pie. So if we chomp down a bite of this, we should be able to actually make a magic longbow real quick. And then if we string that as well, then that's one of the tasks for our Western Elite Diary, which is really, really cool. We'll just head to the east of Prifddinas and just use an agility shortcut that requires 85 agility. So all we're going to do is just come over here to the western area and use some of these agility shortcuts, and then we'll get ourselves a western task. So that's just 2 real quick back-to-back. So 3 left, like I say. Get 1,000 chompy kills, buy Full Void, and kill a Thermi. I think we'll probably leave Full Void until we need it. Maybe if we're fighting, say, Vorkath or something where we're going to be wearing Full Void, then we'll go get it then. And then when we're done with it, we'll sell it back and just use the pest points on like Prayer XP or something. Right guys, the final 2 things we're going to do now, just to make use of all that skilling we did a little bit earlier in the episode, and by a bit earlier in the episode I mean like a month ago in real time. It's going to eat a bite of Admiral Pie and then attempt to barehand catch a shark. Minnows are obviously a way better for actually catching sharks, but just for the sense of this Mauritania diary, we'll just try and grab one here. There we go, that's an Elite Mauritania task. We're closing in quite heavily on a lot of these Elite Diaries now, which is crazy to think. We just need to go kill an Abyssal Demon. We have 85 Slayer, so we'll do that next, and then do a real quick Shade Remain on a Magic or Redwood log. We can only do the Magic logs, and then we need to loot the Barrows chest while wearing any complete Barrows set. So that one's going to take a while. We'll do that after medium combat tasks, after we go to DKs, after we're 87 Slayer and get our Trident. But for now, we can go kill an Abbey Demon real quick, and then once this is done, maybe I'll have a look at getting the 1 cooking level I need for RD Elite, and we can go complete that now. It will require a Salve Amulet to be imbued, which is kind of a waste because I don't need one at the minute. But also, it doesn't really take long to get an imbued Salve Ammy. It's like an hour of Nightmare Zone. So I might just do it now, just to complete the diary and get that lamp. And then there we go. Another Elite Mauritania task, leaving us just with a Shade Remain, a Barrows clear while wearing a full Barrows set, and then that's it. Of course, we now have the level to get a whip, potentially, but it's a 1 in 512, and I might do a tiny bit more skilling before we properly get back into Slayer. So yeah, I'll go find a magic log somewhere, we'll go to the Shades world, we'll just burn a single Shade, and then we'll see what we're doing next. Okay, gameplay fans, here we are. We've got ourselves some magic pyre logs from really quickly fixing up the temple, and there's just a very basic green Shade Remain. So that should work for the diary reward. There we go. And if we don't get anything, that's good. But yeah, that's Mauritania Diary very nearly done. Couple of western steps done as well. We're also very close to things like the Fremennik Diary, just need the DKs killed once and then all the God Wars 1 bosses. And then we might go look at RD next. We just need 86 cooking, which we're not that far away from. And then we need to imbue a Salve Amulet. Okay guys, here we are in Karend. We've done some inventory management. We now have 2,265 enchanted diamond-tipped bolts equipped. Just going to do the same method as before. We'll be grabbing raw bass from the shop, running all the way over here, using this closest range to cook all of it, and then running all the way back. We don't need cooking gauntlets, they don't work, that's cool. So we are quite heavy, obviously, because we're wearing this obsidian top, and we're carrying all these different capes and boots with us. So we do weigh 38, so our run's not going to be very efficient here, but that's okay. We'll just do this and see how long it takes. It's 130 XP per fish that we cook. We're only getting a single level, so it's 225k XP, so we literally just need to cook like less than 2,000 fish, probably just a couple of hours. And then with this cooking level and the Chef's Delight barrel that we've built in our house to give us a +5 cooking, we'll head out on the fishing trawler, we'll catch a single manta ray, and then we'll use the buff from our POH beer, go to Port Khazard, cook a manta ray, and then we'll just grab ourselves a quick salve amulet, imbue that at Nightmare Zone, and then RD Elite will be complete, and we'll have 50k that we can put into our herb lore, which will give us 76. There we go, guys, 86 cooking. Just thought I'd come finish off the level in our house. We're now 1965 total. In terms of cooking, eventually we will want level 90, because we do need to get to 95 with a boost to do Varrock Elite to make a summer pie in the Cook's Guild, but I'm just going to do it later because I don't really care too much. Anyway, off to trawler, see you later. Okay, here we are, game over. Let's see if we get any manta rays. Yes, 13, lovely. But you know, there we go. So that's now 55 seconds we have, so if we leave here, we teleport to fishing trawler. First one burnt, but we've got ages. There we go. Elite task already done. All we have left now for RD Elite to fully complete the diary is simply grab ourselves a salve ammy from the haunted mine, take it to Nightmare Zone and spend like 800k points imbuing it, which is probably like an hour of doing Nightmare Zone or something. Right guys, there we go. That's 1,000,000 points here at the Nightmare Zone. So let's go to the reward chest here. Really quickly hit upgrades and click imbue salve E. And that's it, we've now completed all tasks in the RD area. We can go speak to 2 pints. We say we've completed all our things in the Elite RD diary, and we'll receive the RD Cloak 4, which is genuinely quite a decent cloak for combat. You actually get 6 in a bunch of things. You get 6 prayer, 6 stab attack accuracy, 6 defense in stab and mage, and also 6 mage bonus. So it's a pretty decent hybrid between like magic and prayer bonus, and also helps you when you're stabbing, you know, if you're killing tanky dragons or something. Looks pretty cool. It also inherits unlimited daily teleports now to the RD farm, as well as maintaining the unlimited tellies to the monastery. And of course we can reclaim this at Purdue in Lumbridge at any point, so that's really cool. We also of course get a 50k lamp that will be chucking straight into herb lore, which will give us 76 herb lore in theory, which is the level for magic potions, which is really cool. It means we're now only 1 level away from being able to make unboosted stamina potions, which should help us out in a variety of places around the game. You also get more marks of grace from the RD course, which is actually a really good thing. So when we do go back and get 90 agility one day without a boost, then we can just go do the RD course to get marks of grace to make stamina pots with. And then outside of that, we can now also hold up to 140 coin pouches when doing thieving, which isn't massively useful, but I guess it's somewhere like RD Nights where you don't really fail at all. It does allow you to be a little more AFK. And with that, that's our second Elite Diary done on the account. We're now 1966 total. Here's how the account's looking. The goal still remains to immediately go get ourselves an Abyssal Whip as soon as we get assigned a task that we're going to be meleeing instead of bursting. And then with our whip, we'll just be sending Slayer till 87 till we get a Kraken task, get a Trident. Then with our Gommel's Hilt 2 and our Trident, we'll fully send Barrows until we get any full set for Mauritania Elite. And then we'll have some Barrows gear for bossing as well. Right guys, gonna just chill for a bit now, attempt to get ourselves an Abyssal Whip, because it's been a while. We do have the 85 Slayer, and I do have a Dagonoth task, and I just don't really fancy bursting them, so I want to get a whip on board on the account. So here's our gear, just the very basic strength stuff with some proselyte legs, and we're just going to be chilling, using our Ash Sanctifier just to get a little bit of prayer in the meantime. And then yeah, it's a 1 in 512, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. If we could be spooned this, that would be really nice. And then we'll have a really good weapon on the account to send these next 2 Slayer levels. We've still got 161 full prayer potions noted, almost entirely from Sepulchre. A really great place to stock up on prayer pots and stuff. Already used the Sand Fuse just to get rid of them from the invent. So I've done 260 demons now. Of course the whip is a 1 in 512, so we're probably about halfway to drop rate now, which is cool. I'm just going to keep firing away. You do get teleported around the room, so every now and again you do get teleported into a corner out of melee range of any of the demons. So you just have to glance over and make sure you're always in combat. But yeah, done a number of hours of this today, and then as soon as we get something exciting, maybe a full Dark Totem or some Ancient Shards or something before we get the whip, I'll clue you guys in, otherwise it'll be the whip in the next clip and we'll go do something else. Hey guys, here we are still doing Abyssal Demons. If we check our Ash Sanctifier, we've now done 516 of these Abyssal Demons. Of course the whip being 1 in 512, so we're a couple over drop rates, so hopefully we see this soon. But we have today pulled 270k strength XP, which is something at least. Obviously not the best DPS with this DSIM, but that's why we're here. So going to keep chucking away, so I've got loads and loads of prayer pots to be able to pay for this. So yeah, see you in a bit. And of course, there it is, the Abyssal Whip. We're bound to get it eventually. Just check the Ash Sanctifier here. As you can see, we've killed 751 demons in our search for this 1 in 512, so about 50% overdrop rate for this. But since it's like the best weapon we can currently get, I'm absolutely happy to go that dry. Anyway, I'll be off to Slayer next with this bad boy, so yeah, combat time once again. But with that said, we'll have to leave that till next episode, I'm afraid. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Quite a lot of weeks of skilling in this episode. Of course, we started off at 85 Runecraft, we got ourselves all the way to like 89, doing a full week of Blood Runes. In the meantime, we did around 10 to 20 hours of also fletching to get 6 levels while doing that. We earned a mining level and a crafting level, which enabled us to boost up and make our Fury with 85 crafting. We did a task to thieve from elves. We did loads of Elite Diary tasks in this episode. We of course fully completed the RD Elite Diary with a +3 agility boost, which will be really useful for when we have one more Herblore level to make staminas. It'll be like a really quick way to get Amylase crystals. And of course we left off the Mauritania Diary being just a single task away, requiring full barrows, which we'll get a little bit down the line. So going forward next episode, all we'll actually need before we can go get barrows complete is actually the Trident itself, so 2 Slayer levels. But now of course we're equipped with a nice Obsidian top for some strength bonus, the D-Boots, the Fire Cape, the Fury and the Whip, so we're going to be hitting really hard for these next 2 Slayer levels to get there. Of course we got a bunch of cool upgrades for our POH, we planted a big tree, we got a whole bunch of fishing levels, we spent a week doing fishing, and we of course got some more agility shortcuts unlocked. We've got a Barrows lockpick on us for when we do get to 87, get our Trident and go to Barrows. Of course we also did Pyramid Plunder for many hours and pulled the Pharaoh Scepter and finally made that upgrade in the house as well. So now we have the maxed pet house, lectern, altar space, jewelry box, nexus, we have a fairy ring, we have a spirit tree, we have pretty much everything in our house now except the combined altar, and we're also missing of course the mounted Jagex as well, which I don't know when we'll get, but we'll get that at some point in the future. Anyway, yeah, for the next episode we'll be just getting back into Slayer, probably also going to unblock Black Demon tasks as well, switch those on and see if we can pull a Zenite for a Suffering Ring, because as soon as we've done with Barrows, our next port of call after getting the Trident will be Zulrah, so we want to get that Ring of Recoil Enchanted Suffering while we're already doing Slayer tasks. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any comments, feedback or tips or ideas for what to do next on the account, please leave them below. Otherwise just drop us a like for the algo, and yeah, I'll see you either in game or in the next episode, whenever that may be. So take care of yourselves. Goodbye.